Charles Murphy. I'm a volunteer with the Master Gardener Volunteers in Durham County, and we're at the Briggs Avenue Public Garden, Community Garden here on Briggs Avenue in Durham. And I want to talk this morning a little bit about two or three things. Number one, preparing a bed for a fall crop. You've gotten the summer crop out, the tomatoes are all gone, the okra is about played out. It's time to start thinking about what you're going to put in for the winter and get your bed ready, because you're going to need to remake it after you take out the early crop. So we'll use this bed here as an example of what to do. We've already put some mulch in it and some new topsoil mulch mix, and then we'll just sort of go backward and talk about the whole process from the very beginning again. Okay, we've got a bed here that's pretty well ready to have all the plants taken out. The tomatoes have stopped producing. We have some peppers that are still producing a little bit, but they're not going to do all that much. And this is as good a time as any to get this bed cleaned out, get it ready for fall planting. So the first thing we're going to do is take off all the stakes, pull out all the plants, make sure we get any plant debris or any leftover leaves, trash, or anything like that out. So we want to just sort of sift through and make sure everything comes out, and then we'll get ready to put new things in. Okay, we've got our new material on the bed here. This is a mix of topsoil and compost. It's nice and loose, it's fresh, looks really good. What we want to do is dig down into here and get into the old bed underneath, and we're going to turn this over, and we're going to run the whole bed that way until we have turned over everything and gotten all of the new material mixed in. It's important to do this because you want to make sure that the lower layer, which has been there all summer, is also loosened up and ready to receive plants, because you don't want a hard, dry layer underneath this, because that will not encourage good root development. Okay, we've got some of our fertilizer here, nice and granular, kind of gray colored. And this is, I didn't measure this out, but that's about what I would put on this bed to start with. And what I would do would be just distribute it evenly as I can along the surface of the bed until I've gone all the way up and down. And again, you don't want too much. Too much is not going to do you any good. And then dig it in like everything else and make sure that it's well incorporated, because if you are doing this, the idea is to get it into the soil, not just onto the soil.